whole cabin was breathing. Eleanor didn't notice it at first, the faint expansion and contraction of the rotten wooden walls, until her candle flickered violently, as if something exhaled right into her face. From the corner of the room, two eyes appeared in the dark, wide open and unblinking, shining like wet glass. They weren't human, no eyelids, no pupils, just pale orbs fixed on her, closer with each blink she dared not take. The air smelled of the earth and blood. Somewhere inside the walls, something was whispering her name in a voice that sounded exactly like her own. Eleanor stumbled backward, her heel catching on a loose floorboard. She slammed into the front door, but the handle wouldn't budge. The whispers grew louder, now overlapping, dozens of voices all mimicking her, repeating her name in perfect unison. The candle sputtered out, and in the darkness the eyes were no longer in the corner. They were right in front of her face. Hours earlier, Eleanor had arrived in the remote New England woods with three friends, Jake, Marissa, and Toby, for a weekend getaway. The cabin, which Jack had found through some obscure online forum, was supposed to be historically significant. The dirt lot leading to it twisted through trees that seemed to lean towards the car, their bare branches scratching the window like skeletal fingers. Inside, the cabin was sparse, dust-covered furniture, a stone fireplace, and shelves lined with glass jars of unidentifiable substances. Some cloudy, some thick and dark. Toby joked it was witch jar aesthetic, but Marissa didn't laugh. She kept glancing at the jar as if expecting one to move. Eleanor wandered to a far wall where a large, crooked photograph hung, a family from the early 1900s, all with their eyes scratched out. That night, they gathered around the fireplace as the wind howled outside. Toby pulled out an old Joey board he'd found in a cabinet, perfect for the vibe. He grinned. Marissa muttered about how stupid it was, but eventually joined it in. The board was unnatural cold. The blanket made of something that looked like bone. Jake, mocking, asked, "Is there anyone here with us?" At first, nothing happened. Then the plunged slid violently to yes. Eleanor's stomach knotted. "Who are we speaking to?" she asked. Slowly it spells Eleanor. Everyone froze. "Very funny," she muttered. But her friends' terrified faces told her no one was joking. The board began to move faster, spelling, "Get out now." Suddenly the fireplace roared to life. Though no one had lit it, the flames burned a sickly green, casting the room in unnatural light. And in that glow, Eleanor saw it. Figure in the far corner, pale, lidless eyes fixed on her. Marissa screamed. Jack grabbed the fireplace poker and swung, but the figure vanished. Outside the wind stopped. No sound at all. When they opened the front door, the dirty road they had driven in was gone, replaced by endless, twisting forest. Jack whispered, "We'll wait until morning," but Marissa pointed to the trees. On the trunks, glowing black, were giant, lidless eyes staring straight at them. Eleanor's voice trembled. "They are watching us." Toby pulled out his phone. The battery icon wasn't red, but a strange black symbol. He tried turning it off, but a single word appeared, "Stay." Then a whisper in his own voice, "Don't go." They rushed back inside, From the attic came a faint dripping sound, but what dripped it wasn't water. Black thick liquid spilled through the ceiling. When it hit the floor, tiny white fragments mixed with it bone. Jack climbed the attic stairs. Eleanor shouted for him to stop, but the door cracked open. The smell of rotting flesh filled the air. In the darkness, hundreds of small eyes opened, embedded in the faces of doll-like heads hanging from the rafters. They all smiled at once. Jack stumbled backward, but the attic door slammed shut on its own. The wood rattled as if something pounded from the inside. A muffled laugh came from beyond the door. Jack laughed, but broken and distorted. Suddenly the door swung open and Jack fell out. His eyes were completely white, lips pale blue. In a voice not his own, he whispered, "They are inside." On his chest was a blood-drawn symbol, the same one from the Toby phone. Marissa frantically packed her bag when one of the windows cracked. The crack formed the shape of a huge eye. Then every window followed, until all were filled with massive, white, staring eyes. The room was bathed in their cold gaze. Eleanor ran to the kitchen. The shelves were lined with jars, each containing a pair of disembodied eyes, some still twitching. Behind them, written in blood on the wall, "You brought them here." A child voice called from outside, "Wanna play?" Marissa looked out to see a little girl in a tattered dress, her eyes completely blank, tilting her head. The girl repeated, "Wanna play?" Then her mouth split open far too wide, and she screamed, shattering the glass. Toby hoisted Jack onto his shoulder and opened the front door. The little girl was there, but now she wasn't alone. Behind her stood hundreds of figures of all ages, all dressed from different eras. Every one of them had the same pale, lidless eyes. They began walking forward in perfect silence, their footsteps not disturbing a single leaf. The air grew colder, the trees closing in behind them. Eleanor realized there was nowhere left to run. The eyes had been here long before them, and now they were part of them.